Finally, we are now at the end decision tool for decisions under uncertainty. That is the decision analysis model. Please note that the decision analysis model is not the same with the decision tree. In the decision tree, we applied probabilities. That's why it is under the decisions recognizing risk. But since we are talking about uncertainty, we cannot assign probabilities to those events, to the uncertain events. So, what is decision analysis models? Let us begin. When probabilities cannot be estimated reliably, we are going to use the decision analysis model. And they provide structured approaches for selecting which alternatives are we going to choose. Now, these criteria represent different decision attitudes. Decision analysis model does not replace our previous economic methods, but the decision analysis model structures decisions when states of nature are identifiable but probabilities are unavailable. Now, what are the analysis models? Actually, we have four analysis models. The first one is the optimistic or the maximax criterion. What does it mean? Maximax, that is max. It means that you choose and identify the highest payoff or the alternative with highest profit, and then choose the alternative with highest profit. That is the maximax. Maximize the maximum. If you get the maximum of each alternative, and you get the maximum of the maximum, something like that. That is optimistic. This is appropriate when the decision maker is highly optimistic. The other approach is what we call conservative. This is the maximin criterion. Maximin, that is maximize the minimum. This is why this is conservative. In the decision tree, if you remember, there actually even in EMB there are alternatives which gives you higher profit, but that alternative has also a great loss compared to other alternatives. So in the optimistic we compare profits, in the conservative we are actually comparing the lowest payoff or the lowest, again the high, we are comparing profit but the lowest profit. Here we are looking at the highest profit. In the conservative, we are looking at the lowest profit for each alternative. And then when worst scenario come, you choose the one which will give you the best or the higher, still the highest profit, even when worst case or scenario comes. So this is conservative and is appropriate when avoiding major losses in the priority. For example, we have three alternatives, right? Outcomes: favorable, normal, and poor. And let's say we have alternative A and alternative B. Alternative A, when everything is favorable, you will earn 20 million. Normal, 15 million. Poor, 5 million. In, I don't know. Let's say for the same alternative, sorry. No. Let me change that. Okay, we have alternative A, B, C. This is, let's say, the favorable. And this is, let's say, poor. Now, when situation is poor, you might still earn, let's say, an 8 million peso for alternative A. For alternative B, you might earn 3 million pesos. Let me change. Let's say for alternative A, you might earn 3 million pesos. For alternative B, you might earn actually a negative 1 million pesos. It means that you have a loss. But for B, you can still earn, let's say, 4 million. This is just an example. Let's say the C is gone. This is the effect of uncertainty is much less with C. Alright. With the maximax, you choose the max profit. Then for the Maximax, you choose alternative A. I'll choose alternative A because it will give the highest possible payoff or the highest possible profit. In the conservative or maximum criterion, you maximize the minimum. You look at the worst case scenario. When worst case scenario happens, you do not choose A. You choose the one that will give you the best outcome. And in the maximum, you maximize the minimum. So we have our minimum, the low, and for this one, you choose actually C. And this is best when avoiding major losses in priority. Is the priority. Because when you choose A, you might earn 20 million, but there's a possibility that you will just earn 3 million. This is Maximax and Maximin. Our third analysis model is the Minimax regret. What do you mean with Minimax? That is minimize the maximum regret. So for each payoff, you identify the best payoff under each state of nature and then calculate the regret. Regret is just the best payoff for a scenario minus the actual payoff. We will have our example for this one in the next slides. So for this one, you determine that the maximum regret. When we say regret, we are actually talking about opportunity cost, right? The money that you should have, but because of choosing the other one, you lost that amount. And then choose the alternative that minimizes the possible regret. So if you have the max regret, you need to choose the one which will give you the lesser regret, that you will not regret too much from making the wrong decision. That is the minimax regret. Minimize the maximum regret. This is useful when future outcomes are uncertain and the decision maker wishes to avoid significant missed opportunities. And lastly, we have our Laplace criterion or the equally likely. Now, what do we do with this one is if there is no probability information available, you assume all future states are equally likely. What do you mean here is that, let's say, you assume that all future costs or all future benefits or all future profits are equally likely. So since they are equally likely, you're going to average the outcomes for each alternative. And after averaging is we choose which of those is the best, which is the best average. That's what we do with equally likely or the Laplace criterion. And let us note that these are the decision criteria and not different engineering economy methods. These are in decision criteria. They are not different engineering economy methods. And what do they do is that they just help us structure choices when probabilities are unavailable. So we have our maximax, you maximize the maximum. We have our minimax, you maximize the minimum. We have our minimax regret, you minimize the maximum regret. You choose the alternative with the lesser regret by because you made the wrong decision. And lastly, we have our Laplace criterion. When the probability of information is not available, then you assume all future states. When we say future states, we're talking about the future profits and effects and others. As equally likely, that's why you average outcomes and choose the best average. And take note that these are decision criteria. They guide our decision, they structure our decision making, but they are not different in engineering economy methods. In the next slides, we are going to have our calculations. We will apply the decision analysis model to a specific project.